Hey New Cov, Pastor Brett here. It is day 14 of our Lent reading plan, and we are on Psalm 19 today. Psalm 19 has two main sections. Verse 1 begins the first section, which is all about how the skies, the heavens, declare God's glory. Verse 2 says, "Day after day they pour forth speech, night after night they reveal knowledge." This verse brings to mind two things to me. First, I don't know if you've had the pleasure, but a few times I've climbed some 14,000-foot peaks in Colorado, and the view is just incredible. You pretty much are at the highest point on the horizon, so you can look in any direction for miles and miles, and the sky is just huge. And second, I grew up in the country. The nearest house was about 3/4 of a mile away, and on a clear night, you could turn off all the yard lights and the house lights and just stare up at the canopy of stars. It really looked like something that you could reach out and touch. And when the Milky Way was visible, it was unreal how many stars are out there. Both experiences have led to these moments of silent awe. There's something so powerful in listening to the silence of creation in these moments. And I love this from the Amplified Version. Verse 3 and 4 says, "There is no speech, nor are there spoken words from the stars. Their voice is not heard, yet," and this is my favorite part, "yet their voice in quiet evidence has gone out through all the earth. Their words to the end of the world." Isn't that great? Their voice in quiet evidence has gone out. God's glory is truly all around us for us to wonder at, as Troy talked about on Monday. The second section, verses 7 to 11, praises God for his law. David has such an appreciation for the Word of God, for its wisdom and guidance in life. There are 150 Psalms in the Bible, and you can break them down into several categories. Psalm 19 is called a Torah psalm because it focuses on the law, the Torah of God. And it's interesting to me that there are three Torah psalms, 1, 19, and 119. So as a number guy, that's kind of cool. But back to Psalm 19. Look at how David describes God's laws. Words like perfect, refreshing, trustworthy. David describes God's law as radiant, giving light, which is a great parallel after talking about the sun in verse 6. But then, out of nowhere, we hit verse 12, and David suddenly looks inward. Who can discern their own errors? I love David's vulnerability and humility to end this psalm. I want to have a heart that doesn't even trust itself as much as it trusts God. So maybe today, if you spend some time in prayer, you might pray through verses 12 through 14. Ask God to keep you from sin, or just pray verse 14 over the day. "May the words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer." Hey, this psalm brought to mind a couple of songs, my favorite songs, that I'm going to try to link at the end of this video. I hope they'll encourage you today. Respond to God in worship, and have a blessed day.